3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name's Darren.
I'm Graham.
I've been to cinema to see a film that you didn't see.
Have
You seen the film Super Troopers?
Like a decade ago.
I haven't seen Super Troopers.
It's rubbish.
Oh, really? I've heard a lot of people rave about it, and I saw the sequel last night.
Yeah, I imagine you thought it was rubbish too.
Maybe my favourite comedy of the year.
That's a joke. I can tell you're joking.
How?
Because it's Super Troopers 2.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. Oh my god, it was fucking
I did have a little
dire.
panic there. I did think like, is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Will he, won't he? Will he, won't he?
No, I fucking hated every second of it. It was
Of course you did.
fucking dire.
It can't be that bad. It's a sequel from after like, probably about 10 years.
I think it might be over 10 years, but yeah.
Really, and like they've had time to ruminate, to kind of elaborate on jokes, and to really get them precise. And...
Well, it was actually crowdfunded.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the fans of Super Trooper 1 put their money where they're...
Just,
3
rich people.
Well, 3 rich, stupid people.
Yeah.
No, the fans of Super Trooper paid for Super Trooper 2. Well, in my mind, it was on one of those Kickstarter things. This is proof democracy doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because you got Brexit, you got Trump, and now you've got people willingly paying. It's the will of the people that Super Trooper exists.
It's the will of the people, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good example of...
Super Troopers 2, about how democracy doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is... what's the story? So, I don't know, I haven't seen the first one.
There's the Hitler thing as well. They voted him in.
Who are the fans of Super Troopers?
Might as well.
God, they're old, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, it's about these... I presume they got fired at the end of the last movie. These American policemen get sent to Canada because a bit of Canada's about to turn into America because the border was wrong. And so they need to, like, transition Canada into America. But then they uncover bullshit that drags out for an hour and 40 minutes. And they have a rivalry with the Canadian police that are already there.
The Mounties.
Yeah, comedy is meant to ensue.
Fantastic. Lovely.
Yeah.
So, I like the concept.
Why?
I like the concept that, I mean, obviously it's stupid, but like, I like the idea that the American borders and the Canadian borders have been wrong. So they've tried to
There's only
like,
one specific
rectify
bit. One like town is going to become American.
That's what I see. That makes the story even better to me because
There's no story.
Not in Super Troopers 2, but I like the idea of a little town.
You like the idea of America having even more power.
But that's all right. That's not
one town at a time.
You're missing the point. It's the Canadian frame of mind now becoming American.
Oh God Almighty! And do they fucking half play on it about them being supposedly nice all the time? I mean, if that was a non-white country, it would be racist to stereotype. So you know,
yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm offended on behalf of the Canadians. Just fucking hell.
Well, Hunter S. Thompson says about...
Bloody hell. Where's this going? What?
Sorry, did I say Hunter S. Thompson?
Who do you think you said? Buy the ticket, take the ride? I don't advocate drugs and alcohol, but it's always worked for me.
That's not who I'm talking about.
Go on.
Hunter... What's his name from... He's on QI a lot and stuff like that. Is it Hunter?
I don't know.
Anyway, he's an American guy and he says, like... You English people don't do, you don't do racism really.
Reginald D. Hunter.
Reginald D. Hunter,
yeah,
yes,
we don't have racism, so we make it into the class system to steal your thing.
he didn't say that.
He did say that.
He didn't say that.
He said the class system is white system is the class system is white people's racism.
That's not what he said. I mean, he might have said that, but that's not what I'm thinking of.
Go on.
He said, like, us English people try and do racism, but all we have is gingers and we take it out on them really badly. Like,
yeah.
But, like, it's kind of like that.
I wish he said things that funny when we saw him live.
I know, yeah. He was a little bit lackluster, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Talking about an old lady he met and fancied.
Did he?
Remember that?
I remember him reading his script off the laptop he'd brought with him.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what he was talking about.
Yeah. Put his glasses on every time.
Did he?
No.
Oh. So Brian Cox is in this movie.
What?
I know, I must have been in the first one because it's not, like, explained.
Which one?
Well, I mean, either's ridiculous at this point, isn't it?
Well, that's...
The actor one.
Alright.
Yeah. The one from such classics as...
Why would he?
I don't know. I mean, how poor can he be? And also, how much money could he have made from this?
Yeah.
It's not like he's just sold out and done a Transformers movie or something.
Somebody's not just thrown a wad of cash at him saying, please, will you just...
No.
Yeah.
And he's not terrible in it. I mean, he's Brian Cox in it.
His voice alone has got enough character to pull the movie through.
Yeah. Rob Lowe's in it as well.
Oh, I like Rob Lowe.
Do you?
I like his eyes.
Right.
Very blue.
Very
blue.
I think it was the late 80s, early 90s, Rob Lowe was arrested and charged because he made a porno in which he fucked a 16-year-old girl when that's underage in America. So Rob Lowe's a sex offender. I think this is what he should be more ashamed about because it was awful. And 16's legal over here, so I'm not too worried. And he was awful in it. You know when someone's just really embarrassing themselves, like they do stuff and then you...
Go on.
Like at one point he yanks on a man's penis and it wasn't funny, and I just thought, oh, you did that, Rob Lowe. That wasn't... You did that
He
for
actually grabbed it.
I think it was a real penis. It looked very... I mean,
You've seen enough in the changing rooms at the gym to distinguish.
Yeah, that's true. This one looked too much like a penis that it couldn't have been real, because the things I see in the changing room do not look like penises. Not of any species I know, anyway. Yeah, no, Rob Lowe was bloody awful in it. I haven't seen the second.
He's a good actor, though.
What's the best thing you've seen Rob Lowe in, other than a 16-year-old girl?
He's in...
I know what he's in. What's he good in?
Isn't he in Parks and Rec?
Don't know. He's in Austin Powers, he's alright, and he was quite good in his cameo in the Liberace movie, whatever it's called, Behind the Candelabra.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah. Was there any other celebrities in it?
Fred Savage, I mean, that's a twist. Fred Savage pops up at the end. Randy Man.
Isn't that his name? Fred Randy Man Savage or something?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's the one.
No, they're completely different people.
Are they?
Fred Savage is the guy with the mole from Austin Powers 3.
Oh. Is he an actual person?
He's the kid in Princess Bride that Plumbo reads to.
This is bizarre. I'm learning too much. I can't keep up.
You're not, because you'll forget it as soon as this video's over.
That's the reason why it's too much.
But you haven't learnt it then, have you?
No.
So there you go. No, it's just it wasn't funny in the slightest. It really. I'll try and think of a joke for you that's in it, so I can tell you how great it is.
All right. I'm surprised you didn't walk out.
No, I didn't. Because it could get good at the end, and then everyone would be like, "Oh, did you see it all the way to the end?" And I'd be like, "No," and they'd be like, "Oh, it's really good." Probably does. I don't know. I lost the will to live. The Canadians put a bit of meat in the Americans' police station, and a bear turns up. They have to get rid of the bear. The only bit that I quite enjoyed... Get rid of the bear.
Anyway.
They have to get rid of the bear. The only bit that I quite enjoyed... Another bit would... the only bit that I quite enjoyed is that some drugs turn up. You know, they find a load of drugs.
They get high on drugs.
Well,
in
yeah.
The first one.
And it's not as funny as in, like, 22 Jump Street or 21 Jump Street in this one. But, so, the Brian Cox says we'll have to send this to the lab to find out what the drugs are. And he says it'll be like a month. And they go, fuck that, and they just take the drugs to see what they are, and they all take different drugs. And there's a really fat, obnoxious twat police character who is intentionally obnoxious, but I don't know the point of that because I hate him.
Does it matter that he's fat?
It matters to me because I hate fat people. I just said that because you pulled me up on it.
Yeah, I was hoping to...
I hate it because I love them and I don't want them to kill themselves with cake. Anyway.
None of this is sincere.
Anyway, so he takes a drug and it paralyses him. And to prove he's paralysed, they all just pick up a phone book and whack him in the face with it.
Sounds funny.
It wasn't funny. It was like wish fulfillment. It was like, I wish I could punch him in the face with a phone book. That'd be good.
It does sound funny. A load of people, men and women, I assume.
No, mostly men. There's only men in the squad.
It was the fat man who ate the paralysing...
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were all just wailing on him with phone books.
Yeah.
Phone books, that's funny. That's a funny thing. It's a gag.
I know it's a gag.
It's not a clever gag.
No.
But it's fun to watch.
But I did say that was the best bit.
Yeah, that's true, you did.
Sorry, you were pulling up on saying fat before and you've just used the phrase, it's fun to watch a fat man get beaten up.
With phone books.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was awful. It's the worst film I think I've seen this year. Yeah, no, it's the worst film I've seen this year.
What nearly clinched it?
Pacific Rim 2, because I really hated that.
How could you have really hated that?
Because it was made by somebody that hated the first movie, clearly. And I love the first movie.
Just stick to watching the first movie.
Well, yeah, obviously. Not in the case of Super Troopers. Oh, God, I messaged somebody afterwards.
Somebody
messaged me and I said, it was Hayley. I'll say her name. And, although, this works out well. So she...
Not like other times.
No, because she said something like, what have you seen? And I said Super Troopers 2. And she went, oh, I love the first one.
Oh, no.
And I thought, oh, dear.
Oh, no.
And I went,
well... a strike against your name.
The best I could say was, well, it can't be worse than the second. And then she messaged back going, oh, I thought you said Starship Troopers. And I went, oh, hey! I like Starship Troopers.
Redeemed herself. Yeah. Well done.
And also it's made me think of Starship Troopers.
Wait, she thought there was a Star Trek...
There is a Starship Troopers
sequel. I know, but... in the cinema.
Well, that's what she actually said. If you want to go the long version, she said, "Oh, I guess you didn't go to the cinema tonight then." And I went,
see.
"No," and then that's when she reread my message and was like, "Oh, he said Super Troopers."
See, I know she has good film comprehension. I was just this story because you've mentioned that she's mentioned certain films in the past.
She did. She does seem like Event Horizon.
Anyway, Event Horizon was the one that you mentioned, yeah.
I just get excited when people like Event Horizon.
Or just know
about it. I think Event Horizon's a classic and nobody just realises, because everyone that I mentioned Event Horizon to is like, I fucking love Event Horizon. But nobody...
What accent was that?
Was
Who
that
have you been talking to? Yeah, I fucking love her.
I fucking love Event Horizon. I'm talking Ray Winston about Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. Nobody doesn't like it or just thinks it's okay. We all love it. But we just don't all say it out loud enough to it become like a proper classic. Everyone loves Event Horizon.
That's weird. Well, I haven't seen it. I'd like to watch it.
You've not seen Event Horizon?
You know I haven't.
I didn't know this.
Of course I haven't seen Event Horizon.
What?
I haven't seen it. I've seen Dark City.
You've not seen Event Horizon?
No.
Since when? I thought you had.
I'll tell the fan
But
club.
I'm always quoting Sam Neill to you in it about where we're going. We don't need eyes to see.
I thought that was like a Back to the Future thing.
Why would that be a Back to the Future
where
thing?
Where we're going, we don't need eyes.
It is a bit like Back to the Future, but better in every way.
Yeah.
That quote.
Oh, actually, is this the one where he's explaining
Yes.
time travel and he
With the
folds
pen.
a piece of paper?
Yeah.
And he says, just go through it. A single point is actually the shortest
Yeah.
route between 2 points.
So have you seen it?
No. I saw that scene on television as a child, and I was like amazed by it. That concept stuck in my mind.
Why haven't you watched Event
Horizon? The idea
Horizon,
of folding a piece of paper, because I didn't know what
Also,
that was
Event
from.
Horizon wasn't out when you were a child. It came out in 1997, when you were well into your 30s. I think it was 97. Anyway, bye everyone. It's got Jason Isaacs in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate you a lot.
Bye
I hate you
everyone.
a lot. I hate
Bye.
you a lot. I hate you a lot.
Shut up.